So, what the heck is Sister Location 1220? Last I checked, Sister Location's custom night was only 10 characters. Oh, sweet, sweet viewer. Buckle up for a quick little explanation segment. My name is Shubs. Around 2 months ago, I decided I wanted to be a top 10 FNAF Max mode. After peeking in, I decided on Perfect Cacophony, which looks like this.
The vent door, or I don't know what that's for, but we'll see.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Only problem is, I'd never beaten a custom night before starting this challenge, so actually attempting PC would be like throwing an infant into an AP exam. So I've slowly but surely been grinding up the skill that needs to beat Perfect Cacophony. So what's 1220? Asaceres, sadistic mod creator, created Sister Location Super Custom Night, which introduced 8 new characters along with the original 1020 character roster. This is where Perfect Cacophony is derived from, but we need not delve into that yet. My original plan, which I said in my last video, was
I'm probably gonna do this shit in intervals too, which will probably each be your own video. These videos are not gonna be that big. Well, I'm assuming they don't take me as fucking long. Well,
after beating this challenge, I realized that would take way too long, which left me in a weird spot. As of this being edited, 1020 has been beaten and up, and I'm working on attempts of Super Golden Freddy as we speak.
fuck, I forgot she said that shit, bro.
Meaning this video is in a weird little outline that I didn't really know where to put it. And after debating, I decided to drop it as its own little filler video until I beat Super Golden Freddy. So, enjoy.
Maybe in there. Let's try it.
Coming off the high beating 1020, I was high-key fried.
You could, but we'll see.
My mistake was I hadn't touched the game in about 2 weeks, and I just jumped right back into attempts. I died almost immediately, not even to the new animatronics, but just to the Golden Freddy gang, to Bonnet, to Baby.
Ah, shit, I forgot about Baby. I did forget about you. Sorry.
And then to Bonnet again. And then I died some more.
This is a lot. I think I'm overstressing.
My intuition, my agility, and my game sense was just all off whack, and I realized that just powering through like this wasn't going to be effective. So I decided to do some testing on Baby and Ennard. I wanted to see if I could find ways to properly incorporate them into the established cycle. If I could focus on the Golden Freddy gang without worrying too much about the new additions, then beating the night shouldn't be that hard, so I thought. Really quick, I'm going to explain Baby and Ennard. Baby's whole gimmick is that she'll count down and it'll be fully audible.
3, 2.
She counts down from 3, and when she says 1, her eyes will appear in either the left hallway or the right hallway. Whichever hallway her eyes spawn in, it must be electrically shocked. If you take too long to shock her, she kills you. Ennard is basically a 3-trick pony. They can either appear in your left hallway, your right hallway, or your vent, which gives him 2 stages, approaching and then there. Once Ennard is there, you have to close the door to wherever they are. They will make sound cues to indicate when they're approaching, when they move to the door, and then when they leave.
1.
Baby seemed pretty easy to handle, and honestly the easiest to incorporate into the cycle. Her gimmick itself isn't too crazy, and with how often I was already on the cameras because of Electrobab in the mini arenas, I thought that it'd be the perfect way to stuff her out. The only problem with Baby was making her a priority in my head when she said 1.
Did she really count down? When?
Ennard, however, I was worried about from the very beginning, for a lot of reasons. From the get-go, I'd never played Sister Location's custom night before starting this challenge. I'd honestly never even 100% beat Sister Location, and for the novelty of the challenge, I decided to try and beat everything a little bit ago. Whether it was me underestimating Ennard, bad game sense, or just general confusion, I couldn't beat the Ennard boss fight in the original game.
Where are you going? I thought Ennard left.
This already messed with my head going into the challenge. What made it worse was I couldn't seem to gauge Ennard's sound cues when he was close and when he was leaving. I repeatedly kept closing the door early and wasting a lot of power on them. Starting off with the first album, March 24th, I was getting fried. My notes literally say that this shit is frying me.
Dude, when you're Ennard.
I felt myself developing a rhythm, but at the same time, I was getting frustrated that I hadn't won yet because at this point, I felt like I had the capabilities to combat everything. And like I worried before, I found myself wasting a lot of power.
Oh, I thought he was on left. Gosh, that was actually a pretty good attempt. What? What side was he on? Oh, I just realized he was on left side. I literally went up and flashed and I was like, that's not electro bad. And I flashed back down. I saw power. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Why is power still going? I just flashed electro bad. And then it literally just, it's like your life flashes before your eyes. Like I got it all, like fucking Gojo domain expensive. All the information just popped in my brain. And then Bon got me.
Which I knew was going to be a big roadblock once I started averaging 5 a.m. and even after I beat this night. I was very worried about Super Golden Freddy, because if I had to expend even more power checking for the rest of the animatronics when I couldn't even handle these two, things just felt hopeless. Another big factor that played into my headspace was I went into these challenges mostly blind. For the authentic experience, I try not to use timers, I haven't searched up videos on strategies, I've developed everything on my own. So I was worried about Wither bonding because I just didn't know how he was going to work with the other office animatronics. Same thing with Freddy and Consequences and all the other animatronics. I felt like just Baby and Ennard was already so much for me to handle. How could I possibly add any more?
I thought Ennard was outside my door. I just had the door closed for so long. Like, as soon as I fucking check you leave, I'm like, what? Oh my god, bruh.
So I decided to take a break for a little out of frustration. I felt like I played better when I'm calm, and because I was just getting more pissed, I was playing like shit. In my first couple attempts in after the break, calming down worked because I hit a new PB of 504. But as I'd previously suspected, power was fucking me over. I anticipated that the night would be hard. At the end of the day, it's compound difficulty, so it had to be. But at this point in time, I just felt like the curve was so much sharper than I thought it'd be. I was at this point in the challenge that I usually end up at, where I just feel defeated. All that was clouding my head was, I can't make it past this point and I don't know why. It felt like I had the skill, the speed, and the strategy, but I just fell short every time. I started to hate myself and this challenge, and I couldn't even get mad. I just looked at the death screen in disappointment. I was defeated by the game, both literally and mentally.
So now it feels like I'm off pace.
I was defeated by the game, both literally and mentally. But surprisingly, my motivation didn't come from a new PB or inspiring words from my friends. It came from Baki. I just started reading the original Baki, and I got reminded of the chapter where Baki's jumping off a cliff because Yujiro had told him that after pain comes endorphins. And I don't know why I thought of that chapter exactly, but it motivated me and it reminded me why I do this to myself. When I watched the video back of me beating 1020, those were hours of attempts that had finally come to fruition. I'd finally climbed a mountain, I'd finally killed the beast, I'd won the girl, I'd finally beat the challenge. In a way, there's no better pleasure you can get than watching your own efforts bear fruit, especially when it's something you know not everyone can do. That's why I want to keep pushing myself. For the hours that I've dedicated to this challenge, for the parts of it that I've bested, for how much I've grown in this, and for how much I've overcome that I thought I'd never, the present me has to carry the weight of all that effort. When I beat this part, I'll pass it off to that future me too. And when I beat this, I can celebrate enough to make up for what he'll have to go through, to motivate him too.
3, 2, 1. Two. 1.
Go get him!
No fucking way. No fucking way. Holy shit, I might have broke my fucking headphones. Holy. Yes! Oh my fucking god, finally. Oh.
By my reaction, you could probably see that I was pretty geeked. That was a week worth of relief lifted off my shoulders, and I was so happy to finally get it done. So, what is Future Shubs doing right now? I'm still doing Super Golden Freddy attempts, and I made it halfway through the night. I haven't made it to the point where I feel defeated yet. I don't know if it's fervor from beating Baby and Ennard or just seeing how far I've come, but I'm actually really excited to do attempts. I hope it won't take too long. After I beat Super Golden Freddy, I want to try another challenge before jumping into hyper and perfect mode, but obviously only time can tell. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this video more than my others. I always try to make each one better than the last. If you liked, you don't have to like. If you disliked, leave a dislike. Do whatever. Just, be happy, be safe, and enjoy the rest of your day.